Hey, what's going on, guys? Hope you're having a good day as always. Thanks for joining me. Today I want to talk about buying a new car just because it gets better gas mileage. Look, at the credit union, I've seen this happen many times, and on some of the savings and debt forms that I'm on, people ask, hey, my car gets really bad gas mileage. I'm thinking about getting another car as like a daily driver, or I'm thinking about trading it in and getting a car for better gas mileage. What should I do? I'm here to tell you that honestly, it may not be the best decision for you. Now, I totally get it, right? Having better gas mileage is absolutely a good thing, but we need to look at the math side of it, right? Look at the long-term savings, okay? Because yeah, while you may be saving at the pump each month, each year, that upfront dollar amount that you have to pay for the car is a lot more money than the savings that you're going to be getting each month. So what I really want to do is just look at the math and let you decide if this is the right decision for you. Now, if you're in this decision, I would highly encourage you to watch this all the way through to make sure that you understand what you're doing. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you 3 examples, right? And I'm not going to lie, this is with very basic math, but it'll be easy to follow along and you'll be able to understand exactly why I'm not a huge fan of this approach, right? So in example 1, let's assume that you drive some older car, it's paid off, but it doesn't get great gas mileage. Let's say it gets 15 miles to the gallon. Let's also say that you drive in a year an average of 20,000 miles per year, and then average gas prices are about $2.50 a gallon, right? So those are going to be kind of the stable components, right? For every car that we talk about, you drive 20,000 miles a year and gas is $2.50 a gallon, okay? Well, if you own this car free and clear, right, you drive 20,000, it gets 15 miles to the gallon, and gas is $2.50, well then that means that to get 20,000 miles, you're going to need 1,333 gallons of gas per year. And at a cost of $2.50 a gallon, that costs you $3,332.50 each year. And again, this is for the car that you hypothetically already have. It's yours. Yes, it's old, but this is kind of the car that you're driving. Next, let's look at a car that you're thinking about buying that gets better gas mileage. Now, I'm making up numbers here. You can absolutely go cheaper, and we'll look at that here in a second. But let's assume that you're going to spend $23,000 on a brand new car, and let's say that it gets 30 miles to the gallon. Well, here's how the math works out on this car. At 20,000 miles per year and 30 miles to the gallon, you're going to need 666 gallons to reach that 20,000 miles. Now, at 666 gallons and $2.50 per gallon, it's going to cost you $1,665 in gas each year. Now, if you take what you were spending on your old car, which was $3,332, subtract by the total gas expenses for the new car, which is $1,665, that means that you're saving $1,667 in gas each year. Now that's good. Like I said, saving money, not a bad thing, but you have to remember, yeah, you're saving money there, but you spent $23,000 on the new car. Right? And the math on that means that it's going to take over 13 years for your gas savings to pay off the purchase amount for the new car. And that's assuming you buy the new car free and clear, right? If you've got interest involved, well then yeah, it's going to be even longer before you pay that off. So is it worthwhile for you to buy a new car just because it gets double the gas mileage if it takes you 13 years to pay off? Me personally, that's not a good deal. That's not worth it. Now again, I chose $23,000. You can probably easily find a car that is less expensive, and that's what I want to do next, right? Let's say you own the same car, no difference whatsoever, and instead you're looking at a cheaper car, $15,000, and it gets 35 miles to the gallon. So it's even less expensive and it's got even better gas mileage. Well, let's see if that is enough to actually warrant buying this vehicle. So let's do the math on it again. All right, 20,000 miles a year, $2.50 a gallon. At 35 miles to the gallon, you would need 571 gallons of gas to get to your 20,000 miles. And at $2.50 per gallon, it's going to cost you $1,427.50. All right, subtract that from the other car, and that's a savings of $1,905 per year. Now, at a purchase price of $15,000, again, assuming you pay for it free and clear, that's still going to take you over 7 years to pay off. Again, I don't think this is worth it. How many people keep their car for 7 years? Not many. Again, I've worked at a credit union for over 8 years. I've seen people trade in cars every 2 years, right? They're trading in cars before it's paid off and they're upside down. They're rolling in negative equity. So yeah, the idea that most people keep their car for 7 years, not really the case. Now the last example, I'm going to bring that purchase price down even further, okay? $10,000, right? $10,000 for a car that gets 35 miles to the gallon. Is it possible? I'm sure it is. I know it is, right? But at a certain point, you're probably going to be buying used instead of new, and now you've got a car with potentially high mileage on there, and so now you have to add that into the equation as well. You know, we'll see how realistic that is. But again, let's do the math. Because we're working with the same exact miles per gallon, it is 35 miles to the gallon, you need 571 gallons, blah, 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 blah. The savings is $1,905 per year still. Well, at a purchase price of $10,000, we're looking at just over 5 years to pay that off. Now, we're getting close to the point where this is the length of time that most people probably keep a car. 5 years is not that unrealistic. But again, we're working on just breaking even. We're not even talking about, you know, saving a lot of money. It costs 5 years just to break even. Not assuming that you have any other maintenance that needs to be done. Not assuming that you've got interest because you bought this new car on loan. This is just breaking even, assuming you paid in full. Now that's not common for most people. I wish it was. I wish more people did buy their cars in cash, but that's not the world we live in, or at least that's not the country that we live in here in the US. Most people are taking out loans to buy these cars, so breaking even is probably going to be even more expensive than we realize. So as you can see, I don't personally think it's a great idea to, you know, get rid of the car that you own just because a different car may get better gas mileage. You know, it would be one thing if you said, okay, well, a new car would get me better gas mileage, and now I have to do an engine rebuild and a transmission rebuild, and I've also got to buy new tires and brakes need work. If you pretty much need a brand new car, then yeah, that's one thing. But if the car that you have is totally fine and it just doesn't get the gas mileage that you want, drive it into the dirt, right? As long as it's paid off and you own it free and clear, I think that is far more important than the gas mileage aspect. You know, I've also heard some people say, well, let me get a daily driver and keep my old car for the weekends. I think that's an even worse idea. Don't have multiple vehicles, just drive one, right? And if try to make it fit all of your needs. Specifically, some people will say, oh, I need a truck for work, and clearly that's not gonna get the best gas mileage, so I want to buy a Civic or a Nissan Versa or whatever it may be for my other stuff. I just don't think it's a good idea, because now you're paying gas for both, you're paying insurance for both, you're paying state inspections and registrations and oil changes and all that stuff for 2 cars instead of 1. I just don't think it's a good idea. So that's what I want to talk about today, guys. Trying to make the best financial decisions that we can. Let me know what you think down below. I always appreciate it if you comment, if you subscribe, if you share this video on Facebook and whatever social media sites that you want. But thank you so much for watching, guys. Take care. I'll see you next time. Hey guys, thanks again for watching this video. I hope you learned something new from it and you were able to strengthen your financial position. I'm going to keep coming out with more videos, so please stay tuned. But go ahead and like, subscribe, comment, and have a good day.